Yes, people. We are back live. We are back live on the Sarcasm City TV YouTube for another Sarcasm City Sports Q&A, brought to you by myself, Flawless Mr. Take Note, aka the man of the people, aka the people's prophet. And for those that haven't seen the sports Q&As before, it's where you lot in the comments run the show. So get your sporting questions in, people. Get your sporting questions in. It's any sport, past or present, people. Any sport, past or present. So it can be football related. Obviously, a lot's gone on in the Premier League, NBA related with the playoffs. It may be a Canelo Ryder question because of boxing as well, plus more. And if you are a member of the channel, your questions take priority like a super chat. So if you're a member, make sure you get your questions in and I will start them as well. Link for the membership is in the pinned comment as well. Joined by, you know what I'm saying, content creator royalty in the building. We are blessed. You know what I'm saying Andy Tate is in the building. Yes, Andy, how we doing, man?
I'm good, mate. I'm good. I'm still
venting.
Venting, mate. I'm still drinking. I'm still had a couple. Got me done.
Understandable. It is. Victor's also in the building. Ryan's in the building as well. Timo is in the building as well. What all of you lot telling me? Everybody good?
Yeah,
good. Everybody good.
I thought when you mentioned the content creator royalty, I thought you were talking about me, and I was say thank you.
You know what? You're on your way there, Victor. That's what I say. You held down the F1. You held down the Newcastle Arsenal watch along. You're on your way. Trust me. You know what I'm saying? You are fully well within. You're well on your way. Big up to everyone in the chat. I see you lot. Let's see what's going on. Any questions? Big up to George. Big up Oasis. Big up Dean. I see you as well. Dan Griffiths, Warrior J as well. Dan Levitt, of course. Dennis the Great. Hey, Dennis, keep me posted on that Philly game as well, please. That 7-6ers Celtics Philly game. Done. Thank you very much. Oh, is it done? Who won?
Sixers by 1.
The Sixers won?
Yeah.
Wow. Okay, crazy. Big up to Star-Lord. Big up here to there as well. Big up King Kelvin. I see all of you lot. Hit the like button. Please share this across all the socials and subscribe to the channel. As you can see from the title, people, David De Gea error cost Manchester United versus West Ham, Arsenal, Manchester City, and Liverpool all win. So while you get your questions in, Andy, the floor is yours. I'm sure that's what the vast majority of the questions are going to be about, is Manchester United losing to West Ham. But I think he's broken up. Andy, you frozen? I think he's frozen.
I'm frozen.
Yeah, Andy, your Wi-Fi is moving crazy. Jump out and jump back in. All
right, well.
Yeah, no stress. And I click you back in. No stress. Jez is in the building as well. Let me see. I know you lot got some questions. Paul says, anytime United have a chance to capitalize on a team losing points, we fail. Could be third, but no, a keeper we need replacing messes up. Saying that great servant. Yeah, he is a great servant, but we all know that David De Gea is no longer good enough. We've been having these conversations. He's been a topic of conversation, but now it takes a mistake against West Ham for people to go, oh, well, he's not good. And it wasn't even a mistake. It was 2 times where there was crosses into the box, and obviously the Antonio goal was disallowed, and then there was another time they didn't score. But I'm like, he's just not good enough. But people just can't see that due to sentiment. Warrior J says, big up Flawless. Apart from De Gea, who else did bad from your point of view? Everybody, in particular the midfield and attack. Though I don't put too much blame on Lindelof. I don't put too much blame on Luke Shaw, Wan-Bissaka, or Malacia. I'm not looking at them because West Ham didn't create an awful lot. I'm not really looking at my back four. I'm looking at Casemiro. I'm looking at Eriksen. Mainly those two. I'm looking at Rashford, Bruno, and Anthony. They're the ones. Weghorst, I'm not really looking at Weghorst because I don't rate him highly like that. But you said it, Warrior J. You've been here often enough. Me and you have had conversations in particular about this. They're just not good enough. Simple as that. That's legit what it is. I don't get why he uses or starts Weghorst. He should just start Sancho left, Rashford up top, and Anthony right. We play more fluid because they're not good enough either. That's why I don't hear the criticism of, oh, this player should start or this sub should be made. Makes no difference. Sancho came on and did what? What did Sancho? People in the chat were calling for it. Sancho, Martial. We've seen these players flatter to deceive the entire season. So why are we going to get to game week 34? Is it 34? Game week 34, 35.
It depends on which team.
Yeah,
but
so game week, 34/35, and all of a sudden they're going to just turn. And they're 2 players I like. They're 2 players I believe are super talented, but players I will criticize because they are not good enough. I've stated this many a time. Ryan in particular, I think, asked me, yesterday or a couple of days ago and said, "Oh, what's a good offer for Sancho?" Because he heard me
I think
say,
I did today, actually.
Was it today? Yeah, it might have even been today. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can't remember when it was, but
During the game, I think.
it was during the
It
game.
was
Yeah,
during the
like,
actual
so that's why
watch-along.
I don't hear criticism. Unless you're coming with solutions, someone let me know what teams he should have played. That's going to be so much better. Hopefully, Andy's better now. Yes, Andy, can you hear us?
Yeah, can you?
Your Wi-Fi is still breaking
Yeah, I
up.
think it's still on his side.
Still breaking up. Reset your router. Reset the Wi-Fi because it's messing up.
It depends on when the tabs you have open as well.
Yeah, hopefully he's good and sort it out. He should be. Let's see. Away says, why do we play Bruno in the wing? I hate it because it never works, and Ten Hag mostly does it to accomplish players like Weghorst when we know he isn't going to do anything. He isn't going to do anything because we also know Bruno's not going to do anything. That's why. The reason why Bruno plays out of position is because Bruno's not good enough. Because if he had a world-class 10, you're not moving him left, right, and central unless it's for other top-quality players. Like if Manchester United had Luka Modric, he's not playing out wide. He's playing in his best position to get the most out of him. But again, it takes performances like this for people to go, right, maybe Bruno's not it. The reason why we've seen him wide left and we've seen him wide right is because he's not that good in the 10. And he's not that good wide right, and he's not that good wide left. Neither's Weghorst. Neither's Sancho. Anthony's flattered to deceive at times. Garnacho's young. Palestri's unknown.
Martial can't stay fit.
Martial can't stay fit. Like, how many times are we going to have these conversations over and over and over again?
You know this, for it's like I said, man. Like, I mean, you said it multiple times before. Peter said it on here. It's all based on results, fam. Based on results.
Yeah.
So, whatever said, as long as the top, as long as the result in the top hand corner on the left side says your team is winning, nobody cares.
Yeah. Results-based analysis.
And this is the thing, because I had the same issue in terms of like last season. Okay, we had a good end to the season, we're making top 4. I still wanted a lot of these guys not in the starting 11 because I knew who these guys are. And I think a lot of you guys are just losing your form now. A lot of them just showing their old selves again. I don't think they're just that good, to be honest. I think all of them just benefited in terms of like new manager, fresh new ideas. Some of them are still performing well, but some of them they're really shown themselves again as players. And I think this is a big issue at United, where like this shows like these eventually long term, these guys are just not fit to really wear the shirt. That's the reality.
Nah, I hear what you say. Nah, I get you. And like I said, results based. That's a great phrase Peter said, and I've been using it ever since. And I always quote him: results-based analysis. Even when I was just on the Unfiltered podcast, shout out to Saeed, everyone that was on there, and man are talking about performances. Like, we haven't been performing like this recently, but just because we got results, people shut up.
My dad, like today,
when
we were watching the game, because obviously we'll be watching the last couple of United games closely because it could have kind of even though I'm not really big on top 4 like that, it could have an impact on us kind of. And my dad was watching the game today and went, "Yo, United are actually really shit, aren't they?" Like, because like we were I remember like a few months ago, around maybe January time, when you man was just winning, games, and you were kind of not like in a title race, but when people like debating it.
Yeah.
I remember my dad getting a bit stressed about it at that time because like, man, like obviously he hates you, man, innit? Like, obviously, of course, but like he just watched it today and was like, "Yo, they are actually really, really shit. Like, they actually need a lot of players in the summer, to be fair." Like, and I told him, like, they've been playing like this a lot of the season, but like, that's the thing. They've been playing like this a lot of the season, but they were kind of, I'm not going to say getting away with it because you were still winning games, but like, you had your big players like Lisandro, Varane, who are out now, Casemiro on form, who were, getting you through those games at the end of the day. And now you got 2 of those out. Casemiro's off form. So that's highlighting the weaknesses in your team even more at the end of the day now. So a lot of work needs to be done on your team in the summer. You need that takeover badly from the Qataris, to be honest.
And I was being criticized. So people like, "Yo, why don't you think United are in a title race?" And I kept saying the same thing over and over and over again. Look at the team. Are we watching the same sport? You know what I'm saying? And like, that's how I'm looking at it. Yeah, Andy, I think you're all good now.
Yeah, it's better.
Yeah, much better. Yeah, much better.
Evening. Yeah. I fully back. We need Qatar. Full stop.
Talk about it.
Everything. Ten Hag is balancing everything now. Within the next few weeks, he's got to get his top 4. Trying to win a cup final. He's trying to upstairs as well. I say privately, I think he's been talking. What is going on? I need a clear perspective for next season. But obviously, he's dealing with this top 4. David De Gea tonight. I say I'm finished with him. I said this on the paddock. I said this on Saeed. I am finished with him. You know, when you get a moment in time that is the straw that broke the camel's back, man.
Yeah.
I'm sure there's players at other clubs in it, people in the chat and people on here now where the player he said, "That's it. I'm done with him. I'm done with him." I mean, there's Liverpool players, Arsenal players, City players over the years, Tottenham, Everton. You know what I mean? He's done at this club, and it's one mistake too many. The performance from everybody tonight is just as bad. But if you're seeing that and you're a teammate, how does it make you feel?
Yeah.
If he's not pulling you away, why should I? But tonight is about, you say, everybody was to blame for this. We were so good first half an hour, 40 minutes, and it was just like Brighton. Don't take your chances. You don't deserve anything. And if you go previously to the Tottenham game as well, great position. Second half, non-existent. But it's only we've got the cushion of Old Trafford that may just get us over the line and get us top 4. But I do fear for the cup final because this team is renowned for bottling it. Absolute bottle job, FC.
Would you say losing to City would be...
Hold up. One sec before you go. Hold that thought. Just want to say, big up to Casually FC. Big up Marshall for the raid. Large up to everyone who's just joined over from the raid. Make sure you hit the like button. Get your questions in. Members, again, it's all about you lot. You lot take priority. So if you want to join the membership, links in the pinned comment. I will star your questions. So Dan Levitt, I've started a couple of your questions. Same for the rest of the members. Of course, if you super chat, I'll get straight to it as well. But there's a lot to go on. I know Andy alone has a lot to say. Never mind, do I have a lot to get off my chest? But yeah, go on, Ryan. Go on.
Right,
both of the likes as well, man. You lot. There's over 80, and we're only at 26 likes. Get us up to 40 likes. Go on, fam.
Just to say a couple of things. Like first, Daniel said in the comments, Qatar won't solve this. By the way, it's the people that get in. So Qatar will solve it by getting people in. That's what it means. Like that's Qatar getting people in solves it. So they solve it. Like that's
but it makes it a bit easier to solve it. That's what it is. It makes Ten Hag's job very, very easier. All right, we've got to do it within the rules, but at least you go, you're not in, you're staying, you're not in. He knows what he wants. He knows what he wants to get rid of. And the absolute positive. If Qatar get announced next week, I hope, like I say, the feeling, the overwhelmed feeling, the boost it will give us for that last 4 or 5 games of the season. You don't know what it can do. Morale can absolutely give you an absolute injection in the arm. And the fan base will unite behind Ten Hag and his players just to get. But if it's Glazer 2.0 and Sir Ratcliffe, it's just going to be the same. It's just going to be the same. The English media absolutely in bed with Jim Ratcliffe. It stinks to high heaven. No, seriously, they pray. There was a guy from the Times this week. Guy from the Times this week, like I say, praising Abu Dhabi, praising what Man City are doing, this, that, and the other. Yeah, you are absolutely telling the Man United fan base you need Sir Jim. Qatar, you can't have Qatar. Somebody was in, was it on Brighton, having a banner Qatar, no to Qatar. Well, that's your right. But if you want to get anywhere in this world, if it's okay for Newcastle, it's okay for Man City, why isn't it okay for Man United? Because the English media quite happy to go over to Qatar for the World Cup, embrace their culture, and come back, slack them off because they're scared. They're scared. It could be the end of English football, and you know what I mean. That's what they're scared about. But it's about tonight and the reaction and what we get. We got a week off now, and just hopefully it's the difference. We've just got enough to go. We've got 3 home games that will get us over the line. 9 points, 3 wins, and just let's just concentrate on that for the time being.
It is. I hear what you're saying. Big up to Dan Levitt says, should Ten Hag stop playing Weghorst and try go for a Chelsea vibe and start a non-striker up front? Because United are struggling badly to score goals. Now it's looking like a nervous end to the season. What I'll say to this, Dan, is there's no solution. There's no front four that he can put out that I go, yeah, that creates and scores, because I don't rate these players. So that's why when people criticize lineups and people criticize substitutions, even though for the vast majority our attacking subs have been good, because United have scored the most goals, our substitutes have scored the most goals, I look at it and go, all right, who's he supposed to play? And when I not you, Dan, but when people have said this in the chat, I always ask them, okay, what's the lineup? And I never get a response, because people acting like we have a world-class player not playing. People were crying about Sancho and Martial not starting. They got on the pitch. What did they do? We at game week 34/35. We've watched Martial and Jadon Sancho for the entire season be slandered and not be good enough. But yet now they're the saviors. Garnacho's just coming back from injury. Who are you playing? So you can say, yeah, Weghorst shouldn't start. Cool. And play who? Rashford's goals have dried up. Bruno, that we're going to get onto, because someone asked me a question about Bruno. Anthony did hit the post. Rashford did hit the post, but it's not enough. It's Anthony's first season. Like, what? Someone tell me what Ten Hag's supposed to do. Our fullbacks ain't really creative going forward, no matter the fullbacks we play, whether it's Wan-Bissaka, whether it's Dalot, whether it's Shaw. None of them are really like that. And then Eriksen, even from the deeper position, he's not playing to a high level. And Martinez is also missing with his progressive passing. So someone hit me with the answers, innit? Like, who's this magical front 3/4 that Manchester United is supposed to play that takes us from a 3-4 out of 10 to an 8 or 9? Don't exist. Don't exist, man. Better off trying to turn water into wine, literally. I mean, Jesus himself can't save these forwards. Can't save this team and the vast majority of these players.
Wait, Paul. What did I ask? Like, you know, where he says, Ryan, why I asked that when I know you were partying over getting new owners for 3 months? I didn't ask anything.
I don't know. He'll tell you. I don't know. He will tell you though. No, and Montana, no NBA watch along, because I had to push this. I couldn't push this show forward, so I can't do Suns Nuggets, unfortunately. I will have it on, but yeah, I'm not doing it, unfortunately. Away says, I understand flawless, but believe Bruno, Ten and Sancho left or Rashi left with Martial up top would have been much better. See, no, it wouldn't have been much better because we've seen it this season. And it's been average.
Go
on, Jez.
You know what it is? I think you know what it is with United. I think people they're just praying that something's just gonna work out so United can get the top 4 spot. It's really what it is, to be honest. Like, I'll be honest. It's just whatever you're choosing right now. I'm not trying to be disrespectful or anything, but it's just a different level of mid. That's the reality, bro.
Thank you.
At this point, it's really just hope that these guys somehow perform, can get the win, and just end the season. And then you go from next season and see who you bring in and improve. But it's really and truly, like, let's be honest, like, what do you expect these guys to do, really? Like I'm seeing stuff like fluidity and stuff like fluidity didn't help United at the second half today. They didn't help United in the second half against us. They didn't help against United the other game before. Like, you see that's a pattern. Surely the pattern should be there that the guys are just not good enough. That the guys are out of form. The moment these guys aren't in form, ironically, all of them are not in form. Like, it's not a situation where United have like, okay, the team is not playing well, but you have at least a couple of guys still performing well. The whole team all of a sudden just chopped off. Reasons are there. And guys are just not good enough, in my opinion.
Just makes you wonder with some of these players, if Qatar does come in, they'll dig their heels in. They want to stay. I want to stay. But you've not proved yourself worthy of being allowed to stay. Any of these players, I mean, who would you keep for next season? I would keep Casemiro. I would keep Rashford. I would keep Eriksen.
Yep.
That's about it. I would keep
Martinez and Varane.
Luke Shaw. I would keep up. That'll be about it. That's all I would keep.
Martinez, Varane as well. Add those two in.
Martinez, Varane, Dalot. That's it.
Yeah.
The rest are just gonna, like I say, just not worth it. Because the nightmare scenario is we blow top 4 and we get tanked in a FA Cup final. That is the scenario. And it's gonna, if that happens, it's gonna be a long summer. Even with new owners, or if it's Sergio, it's gonna be a long summer, and it's going to be toxic again and again.
Yeah, like that. Fully hear what you're saying. George says, I've always wanted to ask you this, Flawless. I get you think Bruno ain't good enough, but he's still one of our best players. Why don't you bring them up more? Why is it always Bruno? Because you just said it there. He's one of our best players. Because of questions like this is why I criticize him. He's performing poorly, but how can I get onto a player too much when he's performing poorly? Because I get questions like this and people still defend him. I was just sat on Saeed's channel with Andy Tate. Shout out to my guy Musa. Musa's over there defending him. Why are we still defending this man who has failed to deliver over and over and over and over again?
Yo, he was so bad today.
Again, but then because I criticize him, it's like, oh, you criticize him too much. No, I criticize him for perform. If you perform, I shut up. But he continuously, game in, game out, under-delivers. And then when I say, how come I receive more criticism than Bruno for performing poorly? I receive more criticism for being critical of him, for him not doing his job. Bear in mind, you said he's one of our best players perform. I'm tired of the excuses for this guy. I'm tired of the defense of this guy. Yeah, go on.
Me with Darwin Núñez.
It's not the same at all. It's not the same. You are the same guy you were the same guy last month was saying you guys are hopeless without Darwin Núñez. Stop this, man.
I didn't say that. I said at that time that what he was offering was on the wing was important, but like he's been shit for most of this season.
Don't do this.
He's been shit for most of this season, man. He's had like one good month.
2 months ago, you tweeted my striker. And now you're saying he's shit.
Yeah, because he was having a good spell at that time. But he's been shit for most of the season.
But Flawless has said it all season that Bruno's shit.
Legit. I have been.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? But and to George, no, George, don't say it's agenda driven because people only throw out that word when they can't poke holes in my argument. Name me the criticism of Bruno that I've said that's untrue. Like, I've been asking this question for yonks. People say, oh, you criticize, you have an agenda. No, agenda just means I have no holes to poke in your argument, so I just throw that word out. Because if I sat here and said Martinez had been poor or Martinez was average, you'd be like, no, Martinez is good at this, this, and this. He's done this, this, and this. So if it's agenda-driven, tell me how it's agenda-driven. He's just not that good. He's been one of our best players and we have been shit. That is not good. We haven't challenged for anything elite in 10 years. He's the problem. The fact, I agree with you, Bruno is one of our best players. And that's why we're struggling to get top 4. That's a prime example of what it is. Because if you're at the highest level, Bruno's not playing for no one. If he leaves Manchester United, he's not going to a top club. What are we doing? He's not going. Arsenal ain't looking around. If Odegaard left Arsenal are not coming to get Bruno. If Real Madrid sold one of their midfielders, they're not coming to get Bruno. City could lose Bernardo Silva and Gundogan this summer. Do you think they're going to go, yeah, United, let's go get Bruno? Never in a million years.
The thing is, Flawless, when he came in, he was a breath of fresh air. And Barcelona were even looking at him. Tottenham Hotspur were looking at him. So why
that should have been a sign. That should have been a sign when Spurs were looking at him.
Yeah, why is the dip gone like this? Is it the mentality from the previous squad that's fed in? They become complacent.
Oh, wait, man, this guy.
I mean, when you step on that pitch, you're supposed to do everything and give everything. And like say, Bruno is he's at the crossroads like Pogba was. When that mega contract, he'll do a little bit here and there, then he'll go missing as well for the other games. So he's on. Let's say, big call. You don't know. Bruno could be sacrificed this summer. You don't know.
And he needs to be. And I'm tired of it. He'll put in a performance like that against West Ham, and the people ask, why do you criticize him so much? Because he's shocking. And he's been like that. That performance is not a one-off. And I'm tired of stands. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, man can't poke holes in the argument. So man would just say, oh, it's an agenda. No, poke holes in the argument. I've said it before. I said it again. What does that man excel at on a football? Nothing. Excels at nothing on a football in terms of offensive. Nothing. Me and on last doing the most, Victor was there. Me and Indiana was having a conversation on it. And he's like, yeah, off the ball, he creates cool off the ball. All his best attributes are off the ball. He's just not good. So like I'm just not hearing it whatsoever. Not hearing
it. I heard the slight dig at the Tottenham fan. I'm not having it because we were looking at also a good place as well. Like hold on a minute, because I'm not having this because we were looking at Lisandro Martinez as well. Let's don't do this.
Yeah, true. Yeah.
We were looking
that was unfair. I apologize. That was unfair. Yeah, I apologize. I really do. That was bad. Yeah, go on, Victor.
We have the same problem in my fan base with Mason Mount, where it's been 3 years and no one can still tell me what his best attribute is on the ball. Like overhead, off the ball, running, passion, and he played a cover. That's about it. There's nothing on the ball he did except for that one pass in the Champions League final. Okay, cool, we won a trophy, but what's he done since then to contribute to another trophy?
But you see why I don't interact with Spurs Twitter no more? Or like this is the one good thing that I actually happy about, that my main account got banned on Twitter. I don't have to that I don't follow any of these people anymore, because it's just long when you have to debate about a player that is mediocre, that gives you one good performance, then 2 bad performances, then he comes with two good goals the next game, and everybody telling you, oh, what's, you know, it's like, that's why I would say, like, I struggle to just talk with people about football. Like this, I don't talk. When I talk football, big up Lewis.
Look at this guy's, before you go, just look at this guy's logo, man.
You on 42 points.
Gang in the building. Let's go, bro.
It's 42 points.
3 goals in a game, gang. Let's go. Multiple goal of the month contenders. Let's go. It feels like Christmas and my birthday all combined into one. I never thought I'd see this day, bro. I didn't even think we'd get a point until the end of the season. Hey. We did it, blood. We did it. Let's go, man. Smash the lights for the fucking Chelsea. We're staying up. They're going to be in the Premier League for another season.
Just for that, dislike the video.
He is still drunk from Bournemouth, so I'll allow it.
No, I get it. I understand why he's
off happiness.
Like, it's a big achievement.
I understand it. I get it. You lot continue to get your questions in as well. Members are star them. Any of the questions are star. And yeah, people, this is just a prime example of what I'm talking about. Is United will put in a performance like that and people will still defend these players. People don't want what's best. People just have their favorites and their stands. That's cool. Go elsewhere. You don't like the content, you can click the X button in the top right-hand corner. No one's forcing you to be here. Putting that out there. I want what's best for my football club at the end of the day. And if you're going to defend performances like that, you're a fan of the players. So therefore, when they leave with him. It's like Ollie, I can't wait for him to get a job somewhere. Just so I can say to all his stands, right, go follow them. Because I'm seeing a lot of
Chelsea. I heard Chelsea need a new manager. Like,
we got top-notch pots, bro.
I didn't see an official announcement about that one.
Is it still in limbo?
Yeah. No, it hasn't been announced.
They're taking ages to announce it, but it'll get announced.
We will be there. Timo, are you gonna sing the post songs?
He's magic.
Hey, Timo, there's only one Timo. We're talking to you, you know. We can see you, you know.
You're the only Timo here.
Yeah, like we can see you. Are you gonna sing the punch songs?
Streets want to know.
Oh, that conversation, that was like, I'm getting cooked.
Yeah, you're getting cooked. So for those that don't know, Timo was very super critical of Pochettino. Especially when I wanted him around the time he was at PSG. Even before that, I mentioned he was a terrible manager. This guy was jumping up and down, celebrating when PSG lost. Bear in mind, he's a Chelsea. PSG results have no issue. And now he's going to be their manager. Hey, Timo, he's magic. You know.
It's your Pochettino.
You joke.
Fucking hell.
Yeah, hold that, man. You know
Banter FC next year, man.
Yeah, 100%.
Hey, watch your space, man.
Hey, Victor, what you think you are doing something next year? Talk to us.
Yeah, man. 6, man.
Already Banter FC.
Hey, top 4, man. Top 4 next year with 2 trophies. Let's go.
Hey, we're bypassing that. So top 4 with 2 trophies for Chelsea, yeah, on the pot.
Yeah.
I said
2
6.
trophies.
FA Cup and Carabao Cup.
Okay, you're gonna do the domestic double thing. All right.
That's fair enough. If Liverpool do it and we do it, then pass the baton down for next season to Chelsea. Yeah,
this guy, man said top 4, and you were that confident
with a guy who's never won a trophy in England.
Tottenham tax.
Yeah, Tottenham.
Well, to be fair, we play 51 games. Like we're gonna play 51 games next season. So
no, we can't. We're not in Europe. We're not in Europe.
We're not. Yeah, we're not in Europe. 38, 7 plus.
That was supposed to be a good thing.
Well,
wait. You said 38 plus 6 is 51.
38 plus 7 plus 6. 7 in the Carabao Cup, 6 in the FA Cup.
Is it 7 games in the Carabao Cup?
Yeah, we're playing the second round.
Yeah,
We're
it's
not in the
serious.
Euro.
No, you guys playing.
Yeah.
No, you
Yeah,
guys
we're entering
playing-
the second round because we're not playing the Euro.
No, it's 6 games in Carabao Cup, isn't it?
No,
No,
six
second,
games. They have to
second.
play this one because they're
Yeah,
not in Europe.
when you're in Europe, we're not in
Oh.
Europe, so we're going
Unless-
around earlier.
Okay.
It's starting the season in July. Fuck it.
Yeah, it is.
Not-
Oh yeah,
not
entering,
for
why are you man entering in round 2? Why are you man entering Carabao Cup
Because
in
they're not
round
in
2?
Europe.
Yeah, we're entering
Euro.
Carabao Cup round 2016 anyway.
Anyhow, you lot getting knocked
Chelsea
out
are
of the
playing
Carabao Cup in round 2.
two-legger at the start in the qualifying
Hey,
round.
flawless. The seasons
Why
are
are we
decent.
speaking that energy into it?
I am,
the
yo.
seems-
Hey, I'm doing a watch along for that people next season. round 2 Carabao Cup.
team's
game.
been ball
100%.
Hey,
Yeah,
Carabao
you
Cup
did
in
it.
August,
I will be
man.
there.
Let's go.
You be doing
Let's
it by
go,
yourself, Harvey, bro.
We will be there. I will be there, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm sure Jez will show up. You know what I'm saying? We'll be
At
there.
Queen's Stanley away,
I
let's
will be
go.
showing up with I will be showing up with my suit and tie.
Hey, Nottingham Forest, Jess. Remember that, Jess. Don't forget.
You know what,
I
Jess,
don't remember
fuck you.
Nottingham Forest. Like we won against them. What are you talking about?
Well, Nottingham Forest.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
Uh,
You cannot exactly.
Ray Millie says, is Newcastle more at risk to drop out of the top 4 than United? They play Brighton, Leeds, Chelsea, and Leicester. Everyone with something to play, apart from Chelsea, is pride.
Possible,
We'll go to
possible.
you, Andy, on that. Do you reckon so?
Pride.
Do you think Newcastle are more?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, got Leeds next week, and you're seeing a little bit of fight from Leeds yesterday in the last 10, 15 minutes. And like I said, Sam Allardyce will try to take that as a positive, try and spin it. So, yeah, that's was it 12:30 next week? And a packed Ellen Road, and I think Sam Allardyce will have a point to prove against a former employer the way he left. So,
Yeah, that's true.
you never know, because like you say, that weekend, if Newcastle lose, we win, then like Leicester against Liverpool as well on a Monday. It could be a pivotal weekend for everybody chasing top 4.
Yeah, it could be. Let me see if we pull up Newcastle's fixtures. Ryan, what are you saying? Do you think Newcastle are more at risk? Obviously, you're invested in this being a Liverpool fan.
No, I don't think they're more. I think they're both at risk of dropping out, but I think United are at more risk just because United are Newcastle still have more points than United. They're still, even though they lost, they're still on better form than United. United are showing some kind of bad form at the moment. Their squad's in a better state than United's at the moment as well, because you've got injuries to some key players as well, and you got more players off form. And also, even though I think Newcastle's running is slightly harder, like you man are playing bums still, but I mean the pressure could
Hold that, Chelsea, hold that. Go on, carry on.
Oh, I was messaging Lewis earlier on saying, "Yo, do me a favor that day, man." Like, I'm telling you, but
yeah,
I don't
this
know.
guy's begging me to get a point at Old Trafford.
Just get a stinky 0-0 at Old Trafford.
No, the ultimate scenario is Brighton do it all and cheese us all off. Brighton get the
That
fourth
would
spot.
be ridiculous. I can't.
Brighton get the 4th spot, and Liverpool in the Europa League and United in the Conference.
Hey, Lewis, score on the time.
I would be there.
I think United are still at more risk just because you're on worse form. That's even though
We've got the
Newcastle.
home games.
I'm looking at
games.
Yeah, exactly. You've got home games, but Newcastle have got I think the hardest game on paper is is Brighton, but I think they won't lose to Brighton at home. Leeds away, I was saying that before Sam Allardyce joined Leeds, I was like, nah, they'll pam Leeds in it, but now it's become a lot more interesting. Chelsea they'll beat, Leicester at home they'll beat. So I'd still say with the points they've already got and the form they're in, I'd probably still say you're at more risk. I still don't think we get it, by the way. I think it'll be close. I think it'll be tight, but I think you'll just edge it, to be fair. I still think, because the fixtures
I know you don't believe
have,
it. That's why you're begging Chelsea for results.
Yeah, I don't believe it'll happen. I think
be.
there's a chance it can happen, but I don't think it happens because your fixture list is like is too easy, bro, to drop points in 2 games, in my opinion. Like, yeah, those guys are bums who you're playing still.
Hey, Newcastle can't, as much as like Newcastle drop points next week against Brighton, you lot can't be giving Leeds life. You know what I'm saying? I need Leeds relegated, 110%. The celebration streak, I'll be drunk on stream. Yeah, if Leeds get relegated, I will be waved on stream. I will be here drinking a bottle of wine if Leeds get relegated, 110% on that Q&A that Sunday, without doubt. I will celebrate that shit. Even if we miss out on top 4, United could finish 6th. If Leeds get relegated, I'm like, I will celebrate that.
I'll be celebrating if Everton do Man City next week. I'll be shouting for Arsenal Fucking hell, I'll be
Go
shouting
on,
for
talk about it.
Arsenal.
Are you with the Arsenal? Are you with Arsenal winning the league ahead of City? Or are you not fussed either way?
Do me?
Yeah. You and
Oh yeah, mate. History can't repeat itself, Lawless. I'm telling you. We have to. They can equal it, but I know. I say there might be. Let's say they've got Brighton away. They've got Everton, Brighton away. Really tough. Brentford last day of the season, and Brentford have beaten most teams at Brentford. So that's 3 away games. And they've got 1 at home against Chelsea. So Chelsea could come to Manchester twice and cost us the top 4 and cost Man City the league title. Do you really want to help Liverpool and Arsenal? That is a scenario.
We won't have any impact in either of those.
See, that's what we're saying.
I think City will be fine for the league. Like they've already shown over the years they don't buckle under pressure in the league. To be fair, like they'll be fine. I think
it's all on to stop the trouble. It's all on Real Madrid, man. Real Madrid beat them, and then we beat them in the FA Cup
too many times over the years, man. With City, bro, like
they
won't buckle.
Oh, Real Madrid have got the bouncer last night.
Champions League. No, I'm talking just the league with City.
Oh yeah, I know what you're talking about. No.
With the Champions League, it's different. I do think Madrid can do something.
I know you weren't. It's because Andy mentioned about the treble. That's why I was.
In the league, I don't think they buckle, but Champions League, it'll be close. I think Madrid can do it still. I'm not sure if they'll do it, but they can do it definitely. That's the biggest doubt over what trophy City don't win this season. They'll win the league. I think they'll win FA Cup. Champions League is the one where it's like 50-50 kind of.
What, Fez? You know what I'm saying? Because I'm here looking, like I said, I was looking at.
I think Arsenal still have Brighton as well, don't they?
Yeah. Brighton is still. Yeah. They do.
Brighton.
They play at Emirates.
Forest.
And Forest. Yeah.
Forest away, you are fighting. That could be kind of tough, you know.
Yeah, it's a Forest need to get points, man. We need Leeds gone. So it's on.
Man, Forest fans chanting, "Where's your European Cup?" Hostile environment, bro. Something could happen, man. I'm telling you.
That's hilarious, yo. Forest chanting. Actually, where's your European Cup?
But they can sing that at City at the moment as well.
So can Villa. Villa fans can say that.
Villa's another one.
Well,
hey, they're gonna sing this against us, but they don't know. They don't know.
Shout out Villa.
Yeah. Chelsea can do it as well. Yeah. We've won the European Cup, man.
Watch on.
They got the we staying up trophy. To be honest, they're gonna sing that all game.
40-point trophy, man.
Staying up
trophy for it.
And to be fair, it's a big achievement though. On the real though, I'll be real. If Tuchel didn't deliver those points, it would have been a real relegation battle. Like,
bro, when João Felix scored, I nearly cried.
Hey, I can see you on TV, man. I saw it. So no,
at least you got a goal of the month competition. Now you've got 4 to pick from.
Yeah, we've got contenders. We've got actual contenders.
Let's go.
Not just 1 goal, we have 4.
Hey, that was our own goal, by the way. The last time.
We're still taking it. We got nothing left, bro.
Yeah, hey, I watched your fan cam, Lewis, and the way you and Alex embraced at the start. Like, come here, we made it to 40 points. Yo, this man hooked.
Bro, coming out the ground, everyone was just hugging each other, celebrating. Felt like we just won the league, man. Felt like we just lifted the trophy.
In May.
Bro, I didn't think we were going to get it. I thought we'd be on 39 by the end of the season. Dead ass.
So did I too. No, I thought you meant 40.
I thought they were going to get a draw.
Lewis, I need to ask you, would you... So know that Lampard stayed up and was able to keep 2 teams now up in the league.
Off.
Yeah,
no.
Tell us,
we can still take Everton down, you know.
Anyways, before I got rudely interrupted by this individual, I just gotta ask the quick question: would you give Lampard the 5-year deal?
No.
Can I mute Jess?
Jess, if I find you in Leicester, I will hunt you down, man.
Well, you don't want to take Conte back on a 3-year contract.
Wait, what is Jess talking about? He's taking 2 teams down. Everton could. No, he's kept 2 teams up. Everton could still go down.
He kept them up last year. So.
Nah, to be fair,
don't try.
To be fair, I take Conte back at the Shanghai Tigers.
Yo, Taz, what you saying? Are you good? Yeah.
Yeah, man. My head's still gone, but yeah.
Cool,
Big up
sure,
to
we'll
us,
get
man.
questions into this. Yes, see, when were you saying you blessed as well?
Yeah, real, man. We're going to Manchester. Pause, but we're gonna drop the soap, man.
Ah, Jesus Christ.
Hey, we're not doing anything.
It's gone. We got 40 points. I'm signed out. We could
Yeah,
hold 10
we're not doing
I
anything,
won't
man.
care.
Just drop the soap Sims, man.
Yeah. All the views expressed by panelists on Sarcasm City TV are not necessarily the views of Flawless or Sarcasm City TV.
there's
You know
nothing
what I'm
wrong
saying?
with
Jesus
as long as you pick it
Yeah,
up.
yeah. Thank you. Thank you.
Guys, I have a funny stat for you guys.
I spit out the stat.
All right. So Jadon Sancho has played 2,000 minutes and has gotten 8 GA, 6 goals and 2 assists this season. The youngster Alejandro Garnacho has played half the amount of minutes and has gotten 4 goals and 5 assists, more GA.
You know the worst part about... Go on, Taz. Sorry.
No.
Carry on.
I want to say, who do you think, right, in his first professional season, who is it harder for to adapt to this league and this team and all this bullshit? Who is it harder for, do you think? A 23-year-old Jadon Sancho who's been playing professional football since 17 and been playing at the top stage for around 4 or 5 years? Or Alejandro Garnacho, who was a 17-year-old at the start of the season, right, has played more, has played half of the game, has scored more goals and assists than him in half the minutes, and has played better overall than him. So who do you think going into it had a harder time to adapt to the Premier League? Is it Jadon Sancho in his second year at United, or is it Garnacho with his first ever professional season as a footballer?
I mean, to be fair, are we talking about before or after the smart bets?
Hey, Victor, your banner, please.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Jazz. You're doing Ahmed right now, bro.
Thank you. Yeah, just leave that banner up. Yeah. Just leave it up for the time being, man.
To be fair,
what's the record to question? Because I'll be honest, I think everybody knows the answer to this.
Yeah. You know what's crazy about that stat though is the fact that then people will cry and say Sancho should have been starting, and then you hear stuff like that, and he's the guy to hang out hard, and he's the go-to guy, and I'm a fan of him. You know what I'm saying? And that, like, I'm a fan of him. I'm saying I think he's talented, but eventually you got to produce, and when you don't produce, you're gonna be criticized. That's why I'm sat here saying, yeah, I'm a fan and I think he's talented, but people calling for him is ridiculous. That he's gonna be the same. Oh, why did he not start Sancho? Have you watched Sancho play this season? Do people watch what's going on? Or am I just going absolutely fucking nuts? Because people say things and I'm like, I have no idea where they're coming from. Go on.
I think to be fair, you also got sent rehab to come back as well.
Yeah, but I'm saying we didn't know what was going on.
Wasn't that during the World Cup though?
But I'm saying even before that, even after that, there hasn't been anything to say he should be started. I don't get the point I'm making is I don't get the defense of any of these players.
Bro,
today
my only issue with Ten Hag was not the players he started, but where he started whom. Why? I wouldn't have gone the way he put the front three out. I would have gone Weghorst up top, Rashford on the left, Bruno in the 10. That's the only quote unquote criticism you could have for the manager, in my opinion. But bro, this guy, bro, Sancho, bro. And we'll get into number 8. We'll get into him, Ratman. You know, we got enough time for Ratman.
Hey, the lead of the Ratman.
Oh my god!
Yeah. See, you know what? I'll remove it in it. You might as well just leave it.
Yeah. I heard Marvel was doing. You know, they have Ant-Man, they have the Hulk. You know, they need a new Ratman, so they're casting Bruno Fernandes. They're casting Bruno Fernandes as that.
Respect Guardians of Galaxy.
He's not a rat, but yeah. Anyways, just ignore that again. As I was saying, so we'll get into Ratman, but Sancho, bro, again, a disgusting, shameful performance, bro. This guy's getting bullied off the ball by Thilo Kehrer, a PSG
He's
flop.
dead as well, Kehrer.
He is so dead, bro. He is such a crap defender. I was actually being hopeful. I was like, yeah, man, bring on Sancho, man. I have faith. So I was like, oh, really? If I was already had enough, I was like, I still was had faith. But bro, Just, bro, sell him in the summer, bro. Give me 10 million, 15 million, whatever you can, bro. Just get rid of these weak ass, trash ass bums, bro. Why do we have to persist with these scrubs? Yes, the Sancho project is finished, bro. Bro, it is. It doesn't matter if he's been missing for. You know why he was missing for 3 months? Because he couldn't complete a single pass against Chelsea away at Stamford Bridge. He was that bad.
No, it wasn't, mate. No, it wasn't, mate. It was personal issues. It was mental health, and he lost a family member. So I think that would affect anybody. That would affect anybody. But I do agree he is not doing it on the pitch. He's still the same Sancho from last season, at the start of the season as well, playing it safe, getting it. He gets into good positions, but he could just not play a pass. He cannot take a shot, and he's just, like I say, there's a good chance he will be surplus to requirements. He will.
He's just like, no matter how talented he is, and whatever he did at Dortmund, football is a what have you done for me lately type of game. Yeah, it's all cool and well, him doing well at Dortmund and being this talent. But if you're not performing for me, I'm sorry, you could hit the front door and get the hell out of here, because we ain't got time. We're just not a charity case. I'm sorry, like we're not just out here just out here to give people careers. You come here to perform. That's it. You either adapt or die, perform or die. Just get the fuck out if you can't perform. Like if this is too much for you, the stage is too much. Request a transfer, and you can go back to Dortmund, go back whatever you want to do, bro.
Some big rumors been going around. I've seen this the last 24 hours. His agents is looking at maybe going back to Borussia Dortmund with a lower wage demand.
Makes sense. That's
been going around the last 24 hours. So whether there's any fuel with that or there's anything in it, I don't know.
And De Gea again,
Go on, let it out, man.
Today.
Hey, wait, hold up before you go, Taza. Hey, Timo, you are not the guy for that. I know that ain't who I think it is. You know what I'm saying? Because when we asked you about Poch, you didn't want to know. You was looking, you know what I'm saying, everywhere on the camera.
Fatta, bro, you're not the guy for it. Taza, let it all out, bro. Let it all out.
Yeah,
I said let it all out. Like, what's wrong with that?
Let it all off your chest, my friend.
Sure, man.
Go on,
Taza. The floor's yours.
As I was saying, man, I've been cussing this guy since January. As people are saying, we're winning games. Everyone, the only defense I see of this guy is he has the clean sheets. Clean sheets is not an individual stat. Clean sheets is because there's been games that there's not been a shot on target. Oh, is that because of De Gea as well? Because there's not been a shot on target? Is that why he got a clean sheet? No, it's because the defenders are fucking defending well. Like this is it's just absurd, the levels that these guys have to go to defend this man who is finished. He's not good enough. Why are we? It's just because they want their favorite players to succeed and they're too afraid to admit when they're wrong because they have too much of an ego to admit, all right, you know what? Hands up, fair play. I got it wrong. He's not good enough. Let's get him out. But no, they want to persist with him. Like the defense, because you guys were on the show earlier on Saeed's channel. I was still seeing defense for this guy. Oh no, bro, what? Like even after all, bro, the Sevilla game, our biggest game of the season, this guy cost us. Today, he cost us. Like how many times over and over and over again does he have to put up these disaster classes and not contribute to us doing well for people to see that he's a glaring issue? He's one of the biggest issues in our team. Because of him, we play the second deepest line in the Premier League. We can't play a high line because he can't sweep. He's glued to his back post. Deglued. I call him deglued because he's literally glued. That's what he is. He can't come off his line.
I can't lie.
In the Europe's top 5 leagues, he ranks 112th in sweeping actions. There's only 98 teams in the Europe's top 5 leagues. So he's worse than some other teams' backups when it comes to that aspect.
Well, I'll tell me this. How come he's in line, he's in contention for the Golden Glove for this season? That is crazy.
It's because of Martinez and Varane. That's why. It's because we have 2 of the best center backs in the Premier League. That's why, and they've been playing for the majority of the season. That's why. It's not because De Gea is this best goalkeeper in the world. It's because of that. They are rocks at the back. Yes.
Like,
obviously, he deserves some credit. It's not been all terrible and all bad. He has had some good saves, and there's been times where he's pulled us out of trouble. It's not all bad, but when you look at the overarching everything, it's more bad than it is good. The negatives outweigh the positives. What does that mean? Not good.
Taz, you're right, because with the Golden Glove thing, because it's more you could look at an Alisson, because I think Alisson's in the running for Golden Glove, but you could look at it and say that's more impressive because you've seen how shit our defense has been this season, innit? Like the amount of work he's had to do this season because of how crap our defense has been, and yet he's in the he's in the running where he could actually win Golden Glove. Like that's more impressive to me than De Gea being in the running for it, in my opinion. For him, anyway.
Hey, listen. My dog, Montana, Lindelof and Shaw have played a lot. We've only played 2 games after the Sevilla injury in which both of them got injured. So only 2 games we've played without them. And in one of them, we've conceded a goal today. And in the Tottenham game, we conceded a goal, and Brighton. So not 2. We played 4 games, and in only one of them we've kept a clean sheet, and that was Villa, which we dominated possession. So what's this defense? What's this defense? No, we've not got rid of the wrong keeper. Again,
Dean Henderson's trash, man.
Dean Henderson is not the answer. De Gea is not good, but Dean Henderson's not the answer either. I don't want to hear this. I'm sorry. This guy, he's not the answer either. Just because one person's bad, this is because he may be better. He's not the answer, bro. We're Manchester United. We deserve the best players in the fucking world. Why do we have to stick with mediocre players? Get Mike Mignon. He's the best goalkeeper that's available, or he's not even available. If you put the money down, he'll join.
Oh, your connection's bugging out.
Nah, Matas, you finished?
Yeah, go ahead, bro.
No. His connection wasn't bugging out. I don't know, but no. I hear what you're saying though. But the point what you were saying with the why you have to keep the mediocre players, because your fan base, there's a section where they love the mediocre players, and there's the section that doesn't like the players. Which is the issue. Let's say if the whole fan base all in one would be like, this player has to go. These players probably will be moved on very quickly. Like to see Maguire, I don't see nobody really defending Maguire anymore, and he looks like he's going to be all this restore. But with De Gea, you still have people who want to see De Gea still at United. You have people who want him out today. So you're creating this thing of like you don't know, and then you see the situation with Ten Hag, who came out and said that how De Gea is getting that new contract. I'll be real. If he gives him the new contract, and to be honest, he can give him a new contract and still go and get a new goalkeeper. But if the decision is to give him a new contract and be the number 1 for you, man, next season, I think that's a huge mistake personally.
I don't want to give him a new contract because I'd rather get 2 new goalkeepers in,
realistically,
a number 1 goalkeeper.
Realistically,
we're not going to get anyone. Realistically, if that's what you think, this is considering new owners come in, because if we don't get new owners, we're not going to get any goalkeeper because the budget's limited.
Yeah, that's fair.
The hypothetical I'm going on is we're going to have enough money to do what we want. And you get a number 1 goalkeeper and you get a cheap one for 10, 15 million.
Yeah, but
because let's say, God forbid, right? Mike Mignon, he got injured this past season as well. Let's say he gets injured. Let's say we buy him, he gets injured again. What then De Gea comes back in? We're back to square one? Is that what we're doing?
No, that is not my point. This is the point of what I'm trying to make here, is saying that maybe Ten Hag looks in the situation where like he believes he has some sort of leadership within the team, even if the fan base don't accept it.
Have you seen the Gary Neville tweet? Have you seen the Gary Neville tweet? What he said?
I haven't seen it.
Gary Neville, United so poor in this game. Erik Ten Hag seeing more of the players in these situations is a positive. Allows him to sort out who he wants on the bus. The real disgrace are the Glazers. Are they waiting for the last game at Old Trafford to pass? will be typical of them, weak and shrinking. Jamie Carragher has come back with this. There's a little ding-dong between them. Yeah, the Glazers decided to play Vegas as a number 10, spend 90 million on Ante and 70 million on Casemiro on a 5-year deal. So
I like that. I like the thing there between those two. In regards to that, like Gary Neville's right though. That's the one thing I'm looking at with this. Hopefully, it is a silver lining, and Ten Hag seems to be on that. He's finding out about these players because he's coming into the unknown at the start because he don't know them. Now you've seen them for a full season. You know what they're good at, what they're not good at, etc. I have no issues with Casemiro on a 5-year deal. Casemiro, has he been poor recently? Yes. But overall, has he had a good season?
Carragher can
a positive impact
anyway,
on the team? Yes. Why? What did Carragher do that annoyed you, right?
Oh, I can't stand Carragher, man. Honestly,
I feel
the fact that he's the one who he defends FSG consistently, and yet it's
Gary
Neville. Gary Neville, an ex-Manchester United player, is the one calling out FSG on Sky Sports, whereas Jamie Carragher's busy protecting and defending them. Fuck Carragher, man.
I hear you. I'll flip that because you know what the irony of that is. Them same two pundits. It was Carragher who was calling out Ollie for not being good enough, and it was Gary Neville who was defending him.
Yeah, I don't
see
care
the irony.
Yeah, exactly.
No, I'm just saying that's just ironic to hear you say that because you sound like me talking about that situation.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Yeah, like it's just it's crazy. And to God of Frogs who says, "What's your thoughts on Rashford? Since a lot of United fans are holding harsh opinions on Bruno. 3 months, no goals. What does Bruno's poor performances have to do with Rashford?" And I don't get it. Again, defense, God of Frogs, you're gonna have to explain further. One player is performing poorly. Why is another player who's performing poorly also mentioned? Rashford receives criticism as well, but for the vast majority of the season, Rashford has performed to a good level and a high level, hence scoring goals and assists, and overall been a positive impact to the team and clear by far our best attacking player.
Yeah.
He's been easily our best player in the final third by a country mile over the total of the season. So that's why people might be slightly less harsh on him. And you say Bruno has a good eye for a pass, even if those crap games where you don't get a result. And Rashford, you know what I'm saying, has scored goals when we've been crap. For the vast majority of the season, a lot of the times we've been rubbish and he's done something that's made us. So, like, what are we talking about? This is one that I don't understand the defense of these players again. And people say, oh, why do you always criticize Bruno? Because of comments like this. We've been doing the show for over an hour. And look how many, we've had 2, 3, 4 people defending this man after today. Did you watch today, people?
You know what I lost my head? You know what I lost my head? I was tuning into that show, and someone said, I don't know the brother's name. He said, Bruno can play for Real Madrid. I swear to God, I was driving, right? I was like, you know what? Might as well just put me into this brick wall and kill myself because I live in the same world as people like this.
Relax, man. Relax.
Bro, my head, I swear to God, bro. Oh, my God. Real Madrid. Real Madrid. Yeah, it was tongue in cheek. Obviously, I'm not, you know what I'm saying? Relax. Bro, Real Madrid.
Look at Prime here, man.
Are you? How dare you? How dare you even think that? Like, how dare you, bro? Like, it's ridiculous. And this guy, bro, again, nothing. What did he do today? Like, what did he do? What's the difference between he did today and what Scott McTominay does? On the usual, he just hit today. Usually, Bruno just gives the ball away and hoofs it a lot of the time. Today it was a Scott McTominay performance. Just hit like a ghost. I didn't notice him today. It was nothing.
Are we defending Bruno? Can we do that?
People in the chat, you feel free.
I mean, you know, let Bruno cook, man. Let him cook.
Yeah. To see,
what's he cooking?
What is he cooking up? What's he cooking up?
Okay, all right, Prime. Okay, but to Montana, who said Rashford's been trash. Yeah, Rashford has been. That's why you've heard me say I don't defend any of these players. He has been trash as of late. But before earlier on in the season, he was very good. Like it's on a case by case basis. What you say, bro?
Okay, me not trolling. There are, and I'll ask actually Andy take this because I've not been on stream with him before. There are a lot of United fans, none of these guys on the panel, but there are a lot of United fans who think next season add in like 4 or 5 players and they can go on a title charge. Do you agree with that?
Oh, that's me. That you can. Sorry, go on, Andy.
Yeah. By the way, I love the name Latimus Prime, man. He's my hero, Optimus, but Latimus Prime.
That's my dad. That's my dad. Put respect on his name. That's my dad.
Fair enough. Latimus Prime, love it.
Was it Italian?
I would say,
Jez, I will knock you out, man.
Go on, Andy.
Yo, why does everybody want
Bro, let him talk, Jez, bro. Why do you have to always do this,
Right,
bro?
Jez,
Let him talk.
To have a title charge next season, he's going to have to, with 5 players, he still won't get a title charge. He really won't get a title bid. Because, like you say, you could spin it like he has to sell to buy next season. We have to do it within FFP. Even if Qatar do come in, I don't expect to challenge for the league next season. I really don't. Because this could go Mourinho way. You finish second, you win a couple of cups. Following season, he's out on his ass. Eric Ten Hag, so I don't know what's going. It's going to be a very big summer. I don't know what we're going to do with getting players in. But if Qatar come in, the players who he wants to get out will dig their heels in and want to stay. So I don't know what's going to happen. Like I say, I would only keep out 6 players, maybe 7 out of that team and get rid of the rest. But he's going to have a job trying to get rid of him. He's only 4 in that squad is his own signings. That's it. He needs his own crew. He needs his own players before he gets anywhere to try and even get near Man City. That's it.
Yeah, I'd say prime to that. Yes, I am one of those with the right with the right signings. We can make it. People are mistaken. The title charge doesn't mean you win it. Do I believe you can get 4 or 5 players and win it? No. Do I believe we can get 4 or 5 players and be in the conversation? Yes, because we was in the conversation in January. So if you add 4 or 5 quality players to the side, yes. Our away record this season has been horrendous. In particular, not horrendous overall because it's the 5th best in the league, but against the top 12.
Top 10.
So all right, so let's say the top 10. So let's say we win 4 of them away games. That's 12 more points. If you add 12 points onto our total right now, we're in a title charge. We're not comfortably in second. We're in second, and I think like 7 points off Manchester City. Again, not win it, people mistaking it. So yes, I believe so. Yeah, but obviously it's a big if about the right signings. But I've seen enough. Our home record is pretty much impeccable. It's the joint second best in the league. That is title. The home form is title charge winning form in terms of being at home. Now away is where you have to turn it around. You have to go from 5th best to 3rd, 2nd best. And I believe we can do that because people have gone over the top with our away record overall. Like I said, overall, our away record is not the worst. Because like I said, we have the 5th best in the league. Is it good enough? No. But the way people make out,
it's the 2 hammerings.
Yeah, and that takes people losing as well.
That is what is taking us and giving us a bad away record.
Like, that's what. So yeah, I believe he can again challenge people. I'm not saying win, I'm saying challenge. Yes, definitely. I think we can put together a team that's better than Arsenal's team this season, next season. 100%.
I hear what you're saying. I think, and I said this like months ago. I think a lot of what Ten Hag could possibly do at United really depends on like your owners. Because I don't think you will get new owners. And with the Glazers, next season, if you guys don't get like proper
you don't think
signings,
they get new owners?
No, I really don't. I've been saying this for months. Just because it's the same kind of like bullshit news that we always hear.
But don't you think
no. And I also said the same thing about Liverpool. These 2 clubs will go through a bad patch of form, and then magically we get links. You guys get links to new owners, and then you go on a good run of form again. Then these links will disappear. I don't know. Until
this United sale thing has gone kind of too far, in my opinion, for them not to sell.
I don't know.
Ours never got that far. Like, let's be real. So they.
I don't know. Listen, until the deal is done, I don't really have to believe it. If they do get new owners, then obviously it's different and they're dangerous again. But like, assuming you guys don't get new owners, and if you guys spend 100 mil on not even Kane, but any striker, and you don't really strengthen anywhere else,
of course,
and next season you finish, say, 2nd or even 3rd, and your away record, obviously it will improve, but it's not drastically enough to compete really in a title race, and your fans expect a title race. That 3rd season, you will then have to win a major trophy, which you can't really do without a proper squad, and then your fans will turn on them. You see, they're already doing it now, which is weird. I don't understand why.
It's not weird. It's just the fan base. You know what I'm saying? And that's why when Musa tried to bring up, he mentioned, I can't remember the point he was making. Shout out to my guy Musa though. Every time he was trying to make a point, and he was like, "Yeah, the fan base." I said the majority of the fan base wanted Cristiano Ronaldo to stay. The majority of the fan base, if it was in charge, Oli would still be here.
Would you say majority wanted Ronaldo to stay?
Yes, 100%. Yes.
I always thought the majority wanted
yes. Even
after the interview.
Even after the interview, I've seen people
I
still
thought
defend.
the majority,
People still defend.
a lot of them
People
wanted
still
him to
defend.
go.
Yes, no. The vast majority still. You know what it was? They just weren't loud about it. That's what it is.
Yeah.
They just weren't loud about it. But when I say that the vast majority wanted to stay, hear the lack of criticism. Because let Paul Pogba had done that same interview, Cristiano Ronaldo. Them same people who were silent about Ronaldo would have been as loud about the Pogba interview, like without doubt.
You still see Pogba get slandered a lot on Twitter.
And he's not even here.
He's not even there anymore. Like, allow him, innit?
He's not even there, and that's the point that I'm making. It so like that's why I don't pay attention to. I say it all the time. If Manchester United,
the fan base is fractured. It's on the online fan base. Man, it's like everybody. I've heard so much support for Mason Greenwood. Like it's like, oh, he would have scored tonight. I've seen that. Yes. He should have been in the squad. He could have done this. He could have done that. He's done. He's done.
Rightfully so.
But this is why. This is for me. This is where like, obviously YouTube. You have some people that have their opinions of this opinion and that opinion. But for me, online, like Twitter, Instagram, whatever, these are the people where I'm like, yo, I generally can't have conversations because I don't know how they can think certain things the way they think. Like it's jarring, like very jarring. Like I've seen some wild stuff about the Greenwood stuff, for example, like very wild stuff.
Yeah, because people are just fool. Because people, like I say, they're just not very bright. And I've said this about fans. Like that's why when people are like, "Oh, do you want to see fans in charge?" No, because they make emotional decisions, myself included. I'm saying because you love something, so emotions can cloud your logic. It's just that some make it more than others, and that's what it is. That's why I don't want no fans involved. Get people who look at United as what it is, a football club.
There has to be, I would say, like say the fan must and all that. There has to be some fan interaction with the new ownership.
I'm cool with the interaction. Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah,
like to know what's going on, to ask questions.
Not running the place, but there has to be communication and all that. And
pretty much what's it called? Obviously, Germany is tougher. Them rules are more tougher, but overall, it's still like you still have fans. Like there's always like meetings with the board.
But I think the only thing the fans have in Germany have power over isn't it
there's a lot
the president or something?
There's a lot more power. There's a lot
the 50+1 thing, yeah.
Yeah, I know. There's a
but no, but they vote for the president, don't they, of the club?
Yeah, they do all the type of stuff. I mean, even in Spain, they vote for the president and all these stuff. Like,
yeah, in Spain,
for example, like somebody like who was the former president at United or chairman? Wasn't it the
Martin Edwards? Martin Edwards.
Yeah, he wouldn't not survive that long if you bring these type of rules over here. But yeah, like. I mean, I'll be honest. I don't even know who's even the director of football at United right now.
Richard Murtaugh. I think it's Murtaugh or is it Arnold?
I don't know, but this is the thing. Does Ten Hag really want to work with them too? Like we are looking for a manager right now, and all these managers telling us who's the director of football we're working with, because they know we're interested in the job, but we want to know who we work with. Maybe Ten Hag doesn't even want to work with some of these guys because he knows he doesn't trust these guys to get done what he wants, for example. So you have to need they really do need new owners, because I do think if it's gonna be Jim Ratcliffe or the Clayton Somewhat staying, United going to be finished. I can't lie. Like them.
Yeah, Jim Ratcliffe.
These two options would be the worst options for United, because I don't think they genuinely would try everything in the power to get United, putting the right people in places.
Yeah, English media wants.
The Nice fans hate him as well.
Of course, like this is the thing. Like that's why you see certain United fans. I don't know how true it is, but certain United fans been fine with Ratcliffe because he's English. But does he really have the best interest? Like you can be English all you want to be, but do you have the actual interest?
But I've seen the United debt-free club during the 90s, early 2000s. I've seen debt-free, and now I say super wealth gets you places, and Unfortunately, that's the nature of the beast. We would all love a fair playground. Chelsea will win stuff now over the next couple of years. But if they get the right manager, they get the right players in place, they will throw money at it until they start winning and the rollover and knock-on effects. Chelsea will do it. Newcastle will do it. Man City's doing it. Why can't we do it? Because the English media is scared and they all say, you've got to have Jim Ratcliffe. And tell the fans, you've got to have it. It's not, you don't know what you want. We know what you want. And that benefits us, not you. So, English media in bed with the club, arse slickers, the fucking lot of them. Sorry.
No, you have to apologize. Get it off your chest, man. It's all good.
English media is so fucking biased. They're fucking biased to the ultimate else. They'll praise Man City. They'll praise Newcastle. But anything against Qatar, because if Qatar come in, they lose all that exclusive things they get. They lose it just like that. It's a closed shop, and there's no leaks, there's no information, there's no coming filtering down to it, getting them exclusives. And that's what I want. I want a closed house if Qatar come in.
Yes, 100%. All this Jim Ratcliffe with the Glazers state. That's the crazy part, is that Jim Ratcliffe's bid and the Glazers are meant to. He's proposing the Glazers state. It's like, if you want what's best for Manchester United,
3 years and I can buy it out. So yeah, it'll be another decade of fighting for 4th or 5th, winning a cup here and there.
Yeah,
that's what it'll be. Another decade of that. Not even challenging.
I'm not with that. I just want us to challenge. That's it. I'm saying. That's legit it. I just want us to challenge. LFC for the Double says, all these United have the longest unbeaten away record in Premier League history. Now they can't win away. What's your point? And we also had one of the poorest home records. We also went a whole calendar year without winning 3 games in a row. It's easy to throw out stats. Like, what are we doing here?
I'm sorry, repeat that.
I said we went a whole calendar year without winning 3 games in a row.
When?
Just during Ollie's reign.
No, what year was this?
I have no idea. I can't remember. I blanked that shit out like Men in Black, fam.
Last year, yeah.
How calendar? I would try and fact check that.
Fact check it. I'm saying. I remember talking about it vividly. I remember going on about us not winning 3 games in a row. Yeah, it's definitely league. Yeah, league games, league matches. I'm saying. Right.
Hey, Ollie, that's Ollie's first black mark, man. It's a shame.
Yeah, sure. You know what I'm saying? Sure, Prime. You lot continue to bump up the likes, hit the subscribe button, all that good stuff. Make sure subscribe to Andy's channel as well. We're going to close out in the next 10 minutes, people. Hey, big up Shazad from the finished article, man. I hope you're blessed, man. Good to see you in the chat, man. I hope you're blessed. I hope you've recovered from that nonsense as well. And currently right now, the Nuggets and the Suns are playing. It's currently 33-28. First quarter almost ending. 3-point game. Let's see what else you lot saying. Yeah, Warrior J, I did hear that Varane is close to a return, which is going to be helpful. Because if we're going to do anything in the back end of the season, and I'm not talking about top 4 in particular, well, solely the FA Cup final, Varane has to be fit. So him coming back for even next 2 Saturday. Of the 4 games.
Next Saturday, yeah. Give him half an hour.
Yeah, 100%. It is. But yeah, I even though we said all this, I'm still confident in top 4 people. I'm still fully like, yeah, we'll do the business. We got to win 3 of our 4. I'm confident, but not very confident.
I'm not confident anymore.
Yeah. On that, why aren't United fans confident of the FA Cup final?
Why do you think?
I know City, but like it's a cup final. Anything can happen.
Anything can happen, but we deal with like logic and like we look at it and analyze and things of that nature before the game. I see not heavy favorites and City are heavy favorites in this game. So
yes,
that's why
I know.
But you know this.
Will you have players fit?
Varane will be the only person missing will be Martinez currently.
Oh, okay.
You know what? I would have Martinez around the squad on a match day just to fucking jeer them up.
I hear you. That makes sense.
He should have been there tonight. I don't know if he's resting, recuperating in it. He's still doing that. But have him around the squad on a match day just to get a reaction. Jeer the crowd up and say jeer the players up. Yeah. Definitely have him in and around the squad.
The crazy part is, even though I've said all that, it's like I think we win the final though. I legit think we win the final. I do. I think we have the team. We have a manager who can implement a game plan to beat Manchester City, which we have done. Will it be tough? Absolutely. Is it going to be an ugly game? Yes, but I think we can do it.
See,
legit.
You know what? It could go all the way. It could go to pens again.
We ain't got prayer on pens.
You really want to go through that again?
Penalties, you might as well give.
Don't put that energy out there.
Give Manchester City the trophy.
Wait, so Flawless, if you're confident of winning,
staying offline.
then...
I am not going on YouTube for that match day. I am watching it at home with family.
That being said, before you go prime as well, yes, there will be no watch along for that, people. Just let
Can I do a watch along for that?
No, you cannot. Yeah, you go on prime.
If you're confident of winning,
I do know why, Buff.
Yeah, go on.
Or you have faith in Ten Hag, they pull off something. Then, why? Then my point kind of stands. Should United fans not have more confidence?
No, because it's blind faith. That's not good faith. All faith is not good. It's complete blind faith.
I'm a Manchester. It's like when you know. It's like when you know your wife is cheating on you, but you still believe like she still loves you.
No, it's not. No, but but when we had Tuchel, like even with these bombs, there was still that 1% chance.
Yeah, 100%.
I had faith that he could pull off something. So
1%.
And that's it. Like I said, all faith is not good faith. Do I have faith? Yes. Is it blind? Yes. But still, if my team's in the final, of course I'm going to back them. Where go on, Victor?
Yeah, I was going to say, and we lost both.
No, I wasn't talking about.
You talking about champs? I'm guessing.
Yeah, you're talking about the Champions League that you flew against Porto and Denmark.
We flew. Hey, tell Spurs to fluke a trophy, man.
You know what's hilarious?
How about you fluke a final?
I'm a Napoli fan. What are you talking about?
Hilarious. We're here talking about Chelsea winning the Champions League.
Yeah. If you're Napoli, same energy. How about you fluke a final?
If City lose the league, do they lose the cup final?
No, they'll win the. They'll win the Champions League.
They'll win the cups with rage.
They'll win the Champions League.
No, because now they've got Real Madrid and they've got that Everton game in between two big
Everton's
matches.
Not tough though, is it? Really?
You don't
they're
know.
Not good. They're awful.
We'll see what happens tomorrow because they are desperate. Awful. They are so.
They are desperate, but then I mean, you could say I wouldn't say City are desperate, but City have to win as well. It's like. But Everton are useless, honestly. Like,
oh, you don't know. I'll tell you what, Everton done Arsenal.
They're even worse than last season.
Is the FA Cup final after the league?
Yeah, it's after the league and
the week after the
league. Do you want to play City after losing the league title?
No.
That could be bloodbath.
If you lose the league, that's probably how you do it. You lose the league, you lose the cup final. Arsenal happened to United in '95. We lost the league to Blackburn. The following Saturday, we lost to Everton. But Arsenal got away with it in 2003.
Yeah, but whenever City lose, they just take it out.
But Andy, who was your manager at that point when that happened?
Alex Ferguson.
That's why then.
I'm just saying, man, it's a big week. It's a knock-on effect. Psychologically, it could happen.
I actually think your best chance of maybe winning that final is if, let's say, City got to the Champions League final and they might have one eye. One eye on that Champions League final. You know, they might not want to get injured or something like that for the because the Champions League final is a bigger game, obviously. So like.
Because they're more determined. If they're in for a treble, they'll be more determined.
Ryan, you know,
City don't lose the league. They won't really get injured for a Champions League. Risk getting injured for a Champions League.
Ryan,
no. It's not a question of risk of being injured. You know, you are on the chance for greatness.
No, yeah, I know, but they need that Champions League more than anything.
Ryan, you don't think that way.
I know they don't, but you imagine in the back of their minds, like they're just thinking.
It won't happen. I completely disagree. I see my team win a treble.
I'm just saying that's United's best chance of winning the final.
I disagree.
Yeah,
I think them getting through to the Champions League final hurts us.
Yeah, but Ryan, they could be 3-0. Ryan, they could be 3-0 up in 65 minutes and take off Haaland.
But it is. I think City win regardless. Like,
that makes sense. I'm not even going to argue that.
Hey, they got the jizz last 5 minutes yesterday when Haaland did say that pen. Tell you what,
I don't know why they did that. I don't know why they did that.
Absolute spitting.
Your Pep was fuming, man.
Of course he's fuming.
Of course, yeah.
Bro, every error can hurt you, bro. Like they conceded straight away.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Almost give Leeds life. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but
I
Haaland's,
didn't watch the last 5
did
minutes.
Haaland's dad not play for
stadium,
Leeds?
like listening to him in the
Yeah,
concourse.
he did.
Yeah, maybe that's why he didn't take it.
I think Real Madrid's got a bit between the teeth because, like I said, he just won a Copa del Rey. So I fancy Real Madrid to get a result on them. You say?
I agree with you.
I can't rule Madrid out at all. Like
the way people are writing them off, like
it's 3-1 Real Madrid.
It's these players and manager have got so much experience in that competition.
If Real Madrid pack City in the Champions League, I will be drunk on that stream.
They won't. Real Madrid are not. Hey, you're through, man.
We all have a party.
I will be waived because people are talking about this last year.
We can all sleep easy for the summer.
I will party because everyone was saying this last year when Real Madrid played City and then Real Madrid beat them.
Flawless. It's
like,
a different City.
It is a better City side. You know what I'm saying? That is true. I agree with you. I think.
Look at Madrid. Madrid have too much experience and the manager's experience. Like, haven't they? Those players have won it like 5 times in the last decade. That the experience they have is mental. And if any team's going to bottle that tie, it'll be City. Let's be real. Like I have City edging to go. I have City like to edge it in it. But like, if any team bottles that tie, it's going to be City. It won't be Madrid. Madrid don't have the bottle gene in Champions League.
I would have thought if anyone could bottle that tie, it would be Liverpool. But Liverpool.
I don't think Liverpool bottled the tie.
6-time Champions League winners, calm in it.
But
Real Madrid.
I think with Real Madrid, what
Madrid
people are forgetting, people are saying that it's a different City side. Madrid still have the best player on the pitch, and I said all this last year.
Vinicius Junior.
Nah, Benzema. I still think Vinicius Junior's cold. Don't get me
wrong.
I
know. I'm clowning around in it.
Benzema's still the best player on the pitch. Yes, I think Benzema is a better player than Haaland.
I have Haaland over Benz right now. I'll be real.
No, Haaland. No, in terms of form and age, yes, but I'm saying just overall in terms of player.
Yeah, in terms of overall, they've done.
That's the point that I'm making. So they're over at that 108, and I said all of this last year. When Real Madrid played Chelsea, and when they played Manchester City, and when they played Liverpool, all the Q&As of me saying this, and people was looking at me funny, and I kept saying it time and time again. All those teams were better than Real Madrid. I think Chelsea side were better than Real Madrid at that point. City were and Liverpool were. Why did they beat them all? Because they have players who are difference makers.
To be fair, Flawless.
Chelsea were the favourites.
The other two were.
Chelsea were favourites, but that game.
Yeah, they were easily.
You might not have had him, but I'm saying vast majority. If you go to bookmakers, Chelsea were the favourites.
But the tie was done in the second leg.
But that's the thing. Chelsea. Well,
I'm talking about before the first leg. Chelsea
exactly. Because we got to remember as well. Chelsea beat Real Madrid in the semis the season before as well. So it was always the expectation Chelsea come in, but to be fair,
because they did.
I think but also I think we also have to put into consideration. I do think Real Madrid had the best player in that campaign, but also Kante gave the ball away.
Twice, didn't he?
If Kante doesn't give the ball away, I think Chelsea win that game.
They would have.
That multi. And if Mendy doesn't play with the ball with his feet, man.
You know what's hilarious though? We're talking about Chelsea in Champions League, and then I just look at Lewis's profile picture. It just puts it into perspective. This guy with the 40. I'm so glad that happened.
Hey, this top ball is Chelsea now.
Yeah, man. Todd B. Shout out Have Hope, man. That clip is hilarious.
Who had everybody in the top 4?
It is. Yeah, serious.
I saw the clip.
Just lying to me. Yeah, man, just straight up. People just be lying.
Pull that comment again.
Have Hope is lying.
The one you just put in about Real Madrid
because their keeper.
I don't care what anyone says. I was thinking about this. That goalkeeper performance gets well overhyped. I can't even lie from Courtois. You know why?
You talking about the final?
Yeah, last season's
final.
Right,
so goalkeeper, word to Roy Keane, the goalkeeper did his job.
Bro, it's not even that. It's not even that. Bro, I literally think I only say 2 saves from Courtois that game, which I'm like, fair play. Those are class saves. The rest I expect him to make. I'll be real with you. He only made 2 saves, which I'm like, fair play. That's a great save. The Mane shot, which he tipped onto the post, and the Salah one late on when he skinned like Alaba and right foot, and Courtois tipped it wide or something.
It's been a year.
I expected him to save. It was a great performance, but the way he gets talked about, bro, it gets slightly overhyped still.
It's been a year, and Ryan.
We just weren't good enough.
It was a good performance. Stop that.
We just weren't good. I'm not saying it was a bad performance. It was a great performance, but it gets overhyped.
Yeah. You are. Yeah. It's cool. Get off your chat. I've seen my team lose Champions League finals. That shit ain't fun. You know
we just weren't good.
I saw my team get cheated in the Champions League final. They had to change the rule. They had to change the rule afterwards.
You weren't. I mean, Like according to the letter of yes, according to the letter of the law.
When did Tottenham
letter of the raw hype? They changed the law.
I don't. Jez, I don't agree. I don't agree with the ruling, but according to the law, it's pen.
Wait,
Bro,
what are you guys talking about?
This whole know who's doing the law was.
The Sissoko handball.
Oh, so you're telling me having your arm out like that in the box
it's
the
not
ball
a
hits
handball.
it isn't a penalty? Come on, man.
I'm not saying it is.
The guy
had law says so. If the law says so,
one at a time.
Nah, because Marlon was not trying to find somebody with that pass. He knew exactly where he was going.
That was a pen.
Hey, Jez.
It's not a pen.
If that's what the arm out in the box like that, the ball
hit the arm at least. Hit the arm. He hit the fucking.
He hit the arm. It hit his arm.
Didn't. No, he hit his fucking. He hit his fucking like.
Yes, and hit his arm.
And shoulder.
He had his arm
He hit
out
his
like
shoulders.
that, and it hit his
Nah.
It's a penalty.
Hold on.
And you know it was not a handball because they had to
change. It was a penalty, fam. Come on.
They had to change.
If you have your arm out in the box like that, you can't have any complaints. I don't care.
So Jez, what you're saying is Harry Kane got cheated out of a Champions League win. I hear it.
No. That fraud didn't do anything afterwards.
That was a pen.
Hey, conversations people don't want to have about him. You know what I'm saying? And I was debating this with my cousin, and he was like, "Oh, Kane's proven in the Champions League." I said, "When since?"
Bro, in the Champions
have a go
League,
at your manager for starting in the head of Mora, who's got a hat trick for you in the semi-final.
Hey, don't talk about Chelsea's next manager like that, man. That's top notch.
The thing is in the Champions League,
it's magic. You know.
The funny thing about Kane in the Champions League is actually not that good, to be honest. It's been always like Son or Dele Alli or Eriksen who stepped up in those moments like Champions League.
Also, Victor Osimhen led Napoli to a Serie A title, the first in 33 years.
Yeah.
Tammy Abraham led Roma to a trophy in 14 years. Where's Kane?
Yo, anyhow, Mikhail Antonio going with West Ham this conference.
Oh yeah.
Oh my word, I'm crashing.
Some comfortable, very, very uncomfortable conversations.
Weghorst led Man United to a trophy as well.
Sign on the deal.
But anyway, people, we are gonna close out the show. Love to everyone who has locked in. Obviously, big up Andy Tate, the legend in the building. All the regulars of Sarcasm City TV. Obviously, Lewis, another content creator legend. Where else you getting these legends and at these times, people as well? So make sure you hit the like button, share across all the socials, subscribe to the channel Sarcasm City TV. Still over 100 of you in the building. I don't know how many likes we're on, but I know it's not enough. So hit that like button, bump up them likes, hit the subscribe button as well. Check out the upcoming live stream schedule because it lets you know all the shows that are coming up next week. I've already updated it till next week. So, Monday through Sunday, all the shows. Tomorrow we're back. There won't be a Man United early, but you'll get doing the most people. You get doing the most the Premier League show. And then I believe it's Lakers Warriors game 4. If I double check that.
Let's go,
Lakers.
man. 3-1.
Yeah, what time is that? What time is that, Timo? What time
3
is it?
a.m.
Yeah, so we'll be live on the Twitch at 3 a.m. for Lakers Warriors game 4 as well, people. And then obviously we touched on it, Champions League. We'll be doing both Real Madrid versus Manchester City games and
which one's the Tuesday game? Which one's first?
Real Madrid City.
Is it that one?
City.
Okay.
So over to Benz, Modric, Vinicius Jr. and Don Carlo.
Come on, Haaland, man.
What this guy?
What's wrong with you, man?
Why do you want Haaland to win a
Man City to win the Champions League?
Why? Wait, okay. So let's get to that before we go. Why do you want Manchester City to win the Champions League?
I like City.
Kick him out the stream, man.
You know what I'm saying?
Wait, how am I weird? No, hold on. But I like Man.
Why are you weird? Because why is that
weird?
Why would you want City to win the European?
Why would you want another English club to win a European trophy?
Bro, I mean, we're not in it, so who cares?
Why?
That's weird. You know what I'm saying?
That's weird, man.
Bro, we're not in it. Bro, we're not in it. We're not in it.
I don't want West Ham to win a Europa Cup.
Nah, you know why I want West Ham to win the Europa League?
Crash on Kane.
So not Kane and crash on Arsenal too. You know what I'm saying?
Flawless. The case that will ensue of City winning the Champions League will be brilliant. I want that.
Okay,
no, bro, you're just trying to impress City. That's all it is. Let's be honest.
Oh, is that what it is?
Yeah. Ryan, why would I do that? I'm not you.
Okay.
Not me. I don't want
I'm
City
not
to
you.
win the European Cup.
No, but Brian, on a real though, if you go for
No, but that's not what I said.
Okay.
No, I respect it, Prime. I do
Prime trying
respect
to
it
impress
still.
some man girl. It makes sense.
No, I'm
I
clearly not.
hear it, man. I hear
It's
it.
simple.
Clearly
It
not.
makes sense.
Clearly
I
not.
hear it, man. This
Clearly
makes
not.
sense now. Yeah.
Nah,
You
nah.
are simple.
That's all it
simple,
is, man.
crazy.
Nah, I
Simple.
respect it still. I respect it.
No,
innit?
nah. Don't do. Why
Nah,
is
we
it?
can-
Why
we
is
can
it?
hear you
Why is
smiling.
it? Why is it
Go
with
on.
you guys? All your footballing opinions are based off women, and you
Because
put
of
that
you.
on
That's
me.
why.
Because
It's
of
because
you,
No,
you're
it's
the one
not
who
me.
like
It's
because
not
of the
when you told a
European
woman.
Cup, not
That's why.
us.
It's because of
No.
you. You know what I'm saying?
No, it's
You
not
mean
because of me.
in the group
It's not
chat,
because of
you
me.
We want
in
Madrid
the
to
group
beat
chat when
City,
you told
not.
a woman.
you're
Yeah,
not the
but
only guy, bro.
I like City. I don't have a problem
Yeah,
with
and
City.
you like
I
City,
like
yeah,
City.
in the City of Manchester. Who I like
You
City.
like Young City,
Ooh,
ironically.
You
City,
don't
I
live
do
in
like
Manchester
City.
like I do, Latimus, mate. I am right near that flipping stadium. That stadium is outside my front door.
Yeah, but
I turn left, it's right there.
yeah, but Andy, I like the chaos, so it's not my problem.
Yeah, cool. He likes
this
this. Yeah,
guy,
that's what
man.
it is. But yeah, Andy, anything you want to add before we close out and let them know where they can find you?
Yeah, find me on the socials and Ala Madrid for Tuesday. That's all I'm gonna say.
Love that. Lewis, let them know where they can find you, what you've got coming up, etc. Is he there? Yo, Lewis, you there? Yeah, even though he's still celebrating that 40 points. But anyways, love to everyone that's locked in. Yes, God of Frogs. Even with West Ham, I still want them to win that. But that's for other purposes. But yes, love to everyone who has locked in. And this has been the Sarcasm City Sports Q&A live on the Sarcasm City TV YouTube. Big up.